exact match. So let's go for another static color, the green. Hi guys, today I'm unboxing and setting up a Cololight Plus Kit. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So we'll be setting these up, and at the end I'll just do a quick comparison how it compares with the Nanoleaf in terms of brightness levels and color quality. So let's take a brief look around the packaging. This comes in a medium-sized box. Over here says works with Apple HomeKit. Coming around the side, you can see enjoy fun of DIY, dynamic effects and sound activated, 16 million colors and voice control on this. And looking on the back, it just highlights the fact it only works with 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. Okay, so you know the routine. I've laid out everything you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through the items one by one. You get a plastic base, it's 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, and the controller sits in the middle, and you can get the lights coming off there, just like in the picture there. You get a bag of 5 connectors. You get a controller, and the length of cable on this is 1 meter, very small and compact. You've got a button here, a reset point there, and a microphone pickup point there. Coming around the sides here, all matte white finish, and you've got the connection point just over here to connect the panels up. The package itself comes with 7 panels, 6 packaged up like this, and the 7th one with a panel and the controller in there. So the separate ones are just like this. They're all identical in terms of build, and in terms of dimensions, it's 7.5 centimeters by 3 centimeters thick. Each one comes with a FCC statement and 1 connector on there. Now the Cololight Plus box, it contains a single panel and instructions here on how to set this up, and all the details are in English for this. Now what this sets this apart from the previous Cololight is the fact it has a microphone pickup point on the device controller itself, whereas the other one didn't. Let's get this connected up. So one thing to highlight, the bag of connectors in there, if you compare it to the standard connector that comes with each of the panels, you can see the difference in there. These are actually closer together, and this is to do with connecting these up. So if you look on the panel itself, you can see some are at a distance, whereas that one's at a distance, and some are along the edges. So when you're connecting these up, if I went for the standard connector there, and I picked another panel, which is just over here, it would go into the top one. If I wanted to connect something on the side, then I'd use one of these ones, so it's closer together. So if I take this one and I connect it over here, then we've got another one connected up. Let's put that over here. Now the module, that should be connected at the bottom area there, and I can use the connector just over here for that. And let me connect up the other ones. So you only have to connect this up once, but you can use the additional ones if you wanted as well. There you go, it's all connected up. You can see the front just over here, and I can add the additional ones to give connectivity in between. And that just helps to make it slightly stronger as well, so it doesn't easily fall apart. There we have it, all the connectors are on now. If we take the controller off just for a moment, and now if I take the controller off, what we can do on the base itself, we just slot it in underneath, and you want to slot it in the location where there's a slight notch so the cable goes towards the side. Push that in so it's nice and tight. I'll loosen this up, and the other end of the cable can come out of that point there, and then we can take this and plug this in just at the bottom, and there we have it. Let's make a start at setting up the device. So I've got my power strip here at the side, and the USB connector on the controller, I'll just plug straight into there. Give it a second, there you go, turns on. And now the button on the controller, which is here, if I press that, there you go, goes through the different dynamic effects you have, turns it off now, and also goes to music sync on there as well. So there you go, works well. So now coming over to my Android phone, to get the app installed, you just go to the Play Store and you search for Cololight. That's the app, get it installed. I've already got it installed, so let me click open. And to add in the device, it's just a matter of clicking at the side and clicking add. We'll click Cololight, gives the different types of Cololights there are. We've got the Cololight Plus, gives you details on how to connect this up. Click next to that. Now if you reset the device by using this pin, just hold on to this reset point for 5 seconds. Seen a light flash on there. So now if I click next, we need to ensure we've connected to the Cololight hotspot now. So if I click here, there it is. If I select that, okay, come back from there, click next. Now we need to select the Wi-Fi network we want to connect to. Let me enter in my Wi-Fi password off camera. I've entered my Wi-Fi password. Let me click next. Let's give it a moment. Next button's appeared, so it looks like it's connected. So if I click there, that's what it's going to be called, My Light. Let's click done to that. So there we have it, all set up now. So if I now click over here, turn it off, turn it back on again. You've got the dynamic effects. I briefly go through a couple just to show. And it's just a matter of just moving up on the app or moving down to flip between the different effects there. Now coming over here at the side, you've got brightness levels. Let's take it right up. That's the maximum on there. Minimum is actually not even visible. So let's take it up a bit more. Now clicking over here, you've got all the dynamic effects here and a plus button. So you can customize and make your own one. So if I click on the plus, you can see the options you have available. And you can set your own settings. And then just apply, as simple as that. Now coming back from there, sliding across here, you've got the static colors, so you don't have the dynamic effects with this. If I just scroll up, you can see it just flipping over. It's as simple as that. And like before, if I click over here, you can see the predefined ones already, and you can click between them. Yep, that's that. If I come across again, then you've got their official lab here, My Library. You can make your own custom designs on this. Now coming back from there, back again, and clicking on the bottom one. This is the music mode on here, so you can use your mobile mic or the device mic on this. So if I flip over to device mic, test 1, 2, 3. So you can see it moving in conjunction, me talking. So I've got my Bluetooth speaker over here at the side, Zenbury Z8, and if I play some music, seems to be working well and works best on default from what I've seen. Now clicking on the 3 dots over here, you've got set distance. So you can see here a diagram showing the connections, and for us, I've set it to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 as the connections go round as well. Clicking back on there, you've got timer option. So if you click there, you can set your time zone, and then clicking on the plus, you've got a timer. You can have it turning on and off at certain times. And then clicking back on there, countdown, you've also got a countdown to turn it on and off as well in the background. And coming back from there, back again, clicking on the dots, history, so you can see the history of the device and what's been done on there. Back again, back on there, device settings. You've got device information showing IP address details, device password, you can amend it there. Device name, you can amend that on there as well. And then reconnect. And looking below, you've got delete device. And that's all the options you have available on there. You've seen for yourself, really easy to set up. Next, just to show voice control via the Google and Amazon devices. So if I go to my phone, got the home app here, click on the plus, set up device, works with Google. And the service we're after is this one, LifeSmart Smart Home. So you just got to make sure in the Cololight app, you've set up an account and you just use those credentials to link in this service. So now coming back, if I scroll down, you can see here panel 1, and that's what I've called this one. So I can control it from here, turn it off, turn it on, go in there, in settings, you can see the name there. You can rename it if you wanted to, and you can unlink it as well. Coming back, you change brightness levels. Off button here, all standard stuff. And finally color, and only static colors can be changed on here. You can't change between the different dynamic effects. So if I just click one of them there you go, simple as that. Now coming back from there, all the standard voice controls options are available. So if I unmute this,
the microphone is back on.
I can say, turn off panel 1.
Okay, turning panel 1 off.
Turn on panel 1.
Got it, turning on panel 1.
Change panel 1 color to green.
Got it, changing panel 1 to green.
Change panel 1 brightness to 10%.
Got it, setting panel 1 brightness to 10%.
There you go, simple as that, works really well. Next, let me briefly show on the Amazon device. So if I click on the Amazon app here, click on more, skills and games, and we search for LifeSmart. That's the skill, enable it. Same thing as before, just enter in your credentials. Now, if I come over to devices, lights, and we scroll down, you can see panel 1 and the same sort of functionality as with the Google device. So if I click there, you can turn it off, turn it back on again, click in there, adjust brightness levels, change the color again, and same way again, you don't have dynamic effects on this, only static colors. So keep that in mind as well for this. And then coming back, see settings there, you can rename it here, and you can create routines with it as well. So now if I unmute my device, I can say, turn off panel 1.
Okay.
Turn on panel 1.
Okay.
Change panel 1 color to blue.
Okay.
Change panel 1 brightness to 100%.
Okay.
There you go, it works well and very simple to set up. Next, let me show how to get the device working with the Apple HomeKit. So I'm at my iPhone here. If I start up the HomeKit app, and this is what you're presented with, click on the plus, add accessory, then it needs to scan in a QR setup code. So there's a code just underneath the controller and also on the manual as well. So let me scan that in off camera. QR code scanned in, and it's just adding in the device now. It's added in, and there you go, simple as that. And it's identified itself by flashing. If I just click next, done to that, and there you go, it's added in. So now if I click on there, turns it off, turns it back on again. If I hold on to it, turn it down, turn it up, coming down here, change the color. I click on edit, cycle through the other colors there. And again, same as the Google app and the Amazon app, you can't actually change to dynamic effects on here. But there you go, simple as that to get added in. Next, just to do a side-by-side comparison with the Nanoleaf, and you can see my Nanoleaf panels just over here, and you could say all these panels literally cover one of the Nanoleaf panels. So in terms of size, they're very small. And if I now turn them on, so what I've done on the Google side of things, I've grouped the device with the Nanoleaf in the same room. So if I now turn it on with the same brightness levels, you can just see for yourself the levels given out by the Cololight and the Nanoleaf. And this is just red selected at the moment. If I go to another color, so brightness levels, I'd say Nanoleaf is much brighter, but with certain colors, sort of matches up quite well. So if I go for the red, for example, that's literally an exact match. So let's go for another static color. So the green. So again, the Nanoleaf does seem brighter to the naked eye on there. I don't know how the recording's coming out. I don't know if it's giving it justice it deserves. And the blue here, so not quite the same for both of them. Pick another one. So yeah, it gives you an idea what to expect. Color representation is pretty good on the Cololight together with the Nanoleaf. But again, in terms of sizing, Nanoleaf is much larger, where the Cololight is just a tiny little panel. But both give out a good level of color on there. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of the Cololight Plus Kit. Very simple to set up and configure. Keep in mind, if you're going to be adding this in, make sure you've got 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Sometimes if you've got dual band, so with 5 gigahertz, you're going to run into issues. So what I've done in my current setup, I've just disabled 5 gigahertz just to avoid that sort of nonsense happening, so you can add it straight in without any issues. So there you go. I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below. Hang around for the end cards. I'll have some more cool gaming tech. Hit the like button if you like this video. Drop me a comment, let me know what you thought of it. If you haven't liked it, drop me a comment, let me know why you haven't liked it. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.